Welcome to the Arsenal Percent. How we doing this beautiful Saturday morning? Mr. Fosa's in the building. How we doing today, Mr. Fosa?
Bro, we're doing very well. We are doing very, very well.
The preseason is getting closer and closer and closer. Are you sharing
Of
the
course.
optimism for the new season, or you are sharing the anxiety being expressed online recklessly by some of these Arsenal fans?
I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic.
Okay, so
A
you're
couple
not
of
anxious like
strike
the Arsenal
signings.
fans.
Nah, a couple of strike signings are not threatening me.
Hmm. That's fine. That's fine. Let's see. Because if you go by the anxiety and the recklessness on X, you think we sold all our marquee players. Because I do not understand why.
Bro,
Continue.
the and what we are seeing from people. Oh, I had an engagement, a funny engagement with one of them. Is an Arsenal fan. Let me see if I can read what he wrote. I think this see first things first. That team news antiques. That guy is a waffler at best. That guy doesn't have shit to offer. You understand?
No, no, no. I
He
think that's a
managed
bit.
to shine.
I think it does a bit
No,
too far.
yes, it's not over, and I'll tell you why it's not over.
Okay.
Stick to your lane. You understand? Stick to your
Yeah.
lane. You know how to do team news. Don't come and do
Exactly.
transfers.
Sure.
So that's why I say it doesn't have anything to offer me transfer wise. You understand me? When they asked on this, he and Charles Watts, they now have a show,
Okay.
Patreon. Me going to pay for Patreon. I will go and pay for OF instead. I will go and pay. So I
No,
don't understand why you come.
finish.
Imagine he said no finance issues known, sales priority are as KSC stroke people above don't want to keep investing if there is no return from transfer fees. Then a funny person started writing, everyone is beginning to see Arteta for the wasteful manager that he is. He won't give academy players a chance and renews contracts of players he has no intentions to use. No one should give him a penny again for transfers if he doesn't win anything this season. Sack him. If he doesn't win anything, and if he doesn't win anything this season, sack him. And I had to say, what utter nonsense are you spilling? One guy came on that he's right. Yes, we are now competing for the title and stuff, but next season it's time for him to win the big trophies. On top of that, he shouldn't be neglecting the FA Cup. We can't just be competing and fall short every time. For me, it's time for him to win something. And I ask, has our squad been large enough to compete on all fronts? Because Manchester United won the Carling Cup last season with one of the easiest luck of draws ever. We've just started competing properly for 2 seasons. Most of the fringe players have shown they don't have it. He's
Sure.
selling. We say Man City have the best manager and the best squad, and you come and say we should be winning the big things and stop falling short. It's ludicrous. You don't see context. We were 2 points behind. Do you people even think or know what sustainability is? Then the guy came back to reply, you genuinely think you're making sense. Man City sold Palmer for good money last season. They've made stars from their academy like Bob and Rico, who had good games in the league. Arteta renewed contracts of players he didn't use, hasn't promoted academy players, won no trophy. The players he didn't, which my reply, which is the final one, sorry for holding you up.
No
The
problem.
players he didn't use were for sale. If we allowed in are for sale. If we allowed Nketiah, Reece Nelson, and Smith Rowe and Co to leave, they would leave for poultry sum. With the contract, we can sell them for good money to the teams that want them. All the Man City youth cannot play 38 games for Pep.
Now let me debunk the Bob and the
So you
Rico
can
Will. How many games? How many substantial games did Rico Lewis and Bob play for Man City? See, I am tired and get disgusted by this bad-fated argument that some of these Arsenal fans want to push. They're pushing for engagement. They don't actually mean what they say. And if you mean it, there's something wrong with you upstairs. Like you said, we just started competing for the
Bro,
last.
most of them mean it too.
So that means there's something wrong upstairs. If you, like you said, if you say Man City has the best squad, their best manager, and Arteta is his boy, and Arteta is still competing with him with a limited budget, and Man City, see, people are silly. The team Man City have now is worth 7 to almost 8 years of solid investment. Solid and continuous investment. We're not going to talk about that. We're just catching up with Man City, and you expect us to just go and win. We lost the trophy, the Premier League trophy last year, just by 2 points, with significant injuries to Timber and Partey. And you are telling me, as you sack Arteta because we lost the trophy by 2 points. With Jesus, like, this is ridiculous. This is a bad-fated argument. This is asinine. This doesn't make no sense. It's unfortunate we live in times where idiots can go on the internet and spew gibberish and be as boisterous and loud that if you're not careful, they will gaslight you into their madness. How do you explain to me?
Of course.
You know, on certain terms that what Mikel Arteta has done the last 2 seasons has not been great. If we dare consider firing Mikel Arteta, other teams will jump at the opportunity as quicker than quicksand. Let's stop this nonsense.
Definitely.
Let's stop it.
No, bro.
Popularity.
It's this is my thing, right? You see, I keep saying what a lot of people are ungrateful. You understand? Let's not get it twisted. Most people are ungrateful people. They are ingrates, and they are beginning to show it. You look at Manchester United. Oh, Manchester United won the Carling Cup. They won the FA Cup. Now, let's look at 2 things. Manchester United played in the Carling Cup. The run Manchester United had.
Hard.
Imagine the toughest game they ever played was in the final, and it was Newcastle.
Sure. Yeah.
Now, albeit Newcastle were doing well that season, Man U were also doing well. Man U did not face a Brighton semi-final. Who did Man U play? Man U played Nottingham Forest in the semi-final. Got to that final. Last season, right, they played Liverpool. When they played Liverpool, we also, it was a close game. Very close. A game that went anywhere. People look at it and say, but Man U, look at the they used their whole squad because their team was not doing well. They knew they just had to put their best so that they could give Liverpool a game. It's not a thing where if they play that game 10 times, they would win the game 10 times. They were not going to win it 10 times.
They won't win 3. They play a game. They won't win 3.
So you now come back and now come and be looking at it. Oh, but they went to the final. Okay, they beat Manchester City. If we had gotten to the final 2 against Manchester, we wouldn't have lost because antecedent showed last season Manchester City did not beat us once. They only 1 goal they scored us over both legs. So we can now look at it and say, okay, fine. Now, who did we play in our own FA Cup? It was Liverpool. Is it Arteta's fault that on that particular day we were missing our chances?
That's it.
We missed so many chances. So the season we had, we scored a lot of goals. But unfortunately, that game we missed our chances. Am I going to look at it and say, oh, Arteta is your fault, I'll sack you? No. So you're not looking at Manchester United, oh, they will not come and gaslight you. And upon how things are bad, we still manage to win a trophy. Really? So are you telling me the same people that are telling us that, oh, we cannot win a trophy are forgetting that Manchester City could easily be stripped of one of their trophies, their leads, over these past 2 seasons? And if it comes to us, what is everybody going to say? That, oh, maybe imagine they are saying Arteta should be sacked, and Arteta is stupidly sacked, then they now come and give us the league. Who won that league for us? Is it their father and mothers at home? It's Arteta that won the league. We are competing. We built a squad. People act as if, you build a squad, everybody is spectacular. You don't. It doesn't happen. You don't build a squad and expect that, oh, you buy 35 players and maybe all 35 will make it. No. like 12 to 15 will not make it and they have to go. Now some of these players have gone. We've cleared things up. It's not by the money of just the money that comes in. We also have to look at the wages that are freed up. That's the
Sure.
most important thing. These Arsenal fans and their, and what do they call it, obsession. They've gone to look at Man U. Man U have signed 2 players. They say, oh, they've already agreed deal with the third one, and I'm asking, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Let me push back on that now.
We are not.
Let me push back that. Sorry for interrupting because of the signal, right? Let me push back on that. So Man U have signed right now. They've signed Euro and who's that guy you signed there? And Zexi, right? So you're telling me Arsenal fans at 2024 would take Euro over the kind of defensive players we have right now? Will Euro make into our team? With Zex, will you take Zex over Kai Havertz and Jesus? I do not understand why a lot of Arsenal fans are stuck on the past and stuck on stupid. A lot of you are stuck in the past and stuck on stupid.
Please go to Twitter and check your brother Fabrizio.
Okay. Let me see what's going on there real quick. Oh, interesting. Getting closer and closer. What did I say? What did I say yesterday? Remember when I told you, was the stream was not live, right? When I said I won't be shocked if he's part of the US trip. See, Arsenal fans are fickle, and I will I'm going to leave a disclaimer right here. It's not majority of Arsenal fans. We're very careful. There's a loud minority. So if you're not careful, you think it's the majority of Arsenal fans.
Yes.
There's a loud minority of ignorant Arsenal fans who follow some of the breakout characters of AFTV like Don Port and the rest, who enjoy instability, they enjoy chaos, they enjoy gaslighting, because that's how they make content, that's how they get engagement. They have to be ultra negative, they have to look for the tiniest of, they have to criticize one day, support tomorrow, criticize one day, support tomorrow. So, and we have these ignorant new fans that have joined who do not understand and have a stance. So they're easily swayed by emotionality. This is crazy.
Swayed, yes, that is the perfect word. They're swayed from,
they're flip-flopping. You cannot tell me, even though we've not signed any player right now, I love the squad we have. None of our marquee players have been sold. We have been kept under healthy contract. The players that are French players like Smith Rowe and Risnosen are about to leave the club for substantial fees. Substantial fees. So, like, what do you want? I get it. I want trophies, right? The trophies will come when you are building sometimes and you're on a process. It takes a bit of time. The trophies will come.
It is thank you. It's a process. That is you see my problem. They act as if, because this guy came in, he should just wipe everything. He's been here for 4 years. He's been here for 4 years. He has what are they called, an FA Cup. Can you not say, okay, if in 4 years he has won an FA Cup, Ten Hag in 2 years has won an FA Cup and Carling Cup, can we not say, okay, fine, the squad we've had? Because I remember when Arteta came, the squad that we had was not even up to the Man U squad that Ten Hag used to do this thing.
Yeah.
So and how much did Ten Hag spend in how many years?
Exactly. Look at the disingenuous in the argument, right? Look how much Ten Hag has spent how many years to just give them FA Cup and Carling Cup. Now, let's be fair. What is the barometer for measuring a successful team? Is your league form. Because you can't get luck of the draw.
Exactly.
You are going to play everybody. So we are not going to play flip-flop.
Everybody.
You are playing everybody twice. So don't tell me winning a side dish like the FA Cup or the Carling Cup. I'm not saying we should relegate those trophies, but those are not the yardstick of success. They are side notes of success, but they are not the main barometer of measuring how good you are. Let's not play those stupid games. When we win the FA Cup, remember Wenger's latter years, they were saying it's just the FA Cup. What are you doing in the league? That's what they told us. Now they flipped it around, and Arsenal fans are falling for the nonsense. Now, I understand. I want to win the trophy, the Premier League trophy. But Man City are the phenomenon.
Came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Man City have been strong.
You
Let's
know how
go for what it is.
and you see, yes, and as phenomenal as they've been, let me ask you this. You see where people are, they don't think. Have you seen, I looked at us over the past 2 seasons. Over the past 2 seasons, we had something, right? We started building some character.
Sure.
Look at the run of games we had towards the end. From that January down, we only lost one game against Aston Villa. Unfortunate. On that day, people were raining on Zinchenko. Oh, yes, I know it was not a perfect game, but they're acting as if before Zinchenko does not give us amazing games. I know maybe it's the people have been anxious. I get it. We were not happy with the day, but that doesn't mean I will come and say today, throw the guy away. Because you don't have
No. See,
somebody like that.
Let's be fair. That game, let's be very fair. It was not only Zinchenko. The players had an off day. All of them. All of them had an off game at the Emirates when we lost.
Look at Trossard in front of goal.
Come on, let's be fair, man. Can we just?
And people forget. Second half, the players were tired. They were simply tired. So everybody was saying, "Oh, Arteta started managing players. Once we are winning 3 or 4-0, he will take you off and put on a sub." He had been managing players.
No. Let me debunk that nonsense of managing players, right? See, it just shows that a lot of people just watch and just waffle. If you are winning a game 3-0, and I'll take it back to something that happened. If you take out the wrong players because you're trying to manage them, and you bring in players who are inferior, might not be able to hold on the standard, and they equalize, what do they say? So why do you take him off?
Bro, he made the wrong changes.
I remember when Abu Dhabi got that red card against Newcastle a few years ago, from 4-0 to 4-4. So please, I am not going to fall for that nonsense of managing players. Because managing players, there is context to it. Certain players cannot be taken out of the team when you are winning. That's just the fact that you cannot take out certain players because they are the fulcrum of the
Do you
team.
remember the same thing you said? Spain versus Germany during the Euros, or Germany versus Spain. You remember when the Spanish manager started taking off some players? And you were on the phone and you said, "Why is this guy taking off these players?" What happened? They lost the control they had on the game.
Yeah.
They lost it.
So going back to the
you're not coming to tell me.
No, finish.
That Arteta didn't manage players. The same people want us to tell us Saka is one of the best players. But Saka should not be able to play 40 to 50 games a season. How much rest was Messi getting?
Yeah.
How much rest was Ronaldo getting? KDB played every single game. People don't get it. Pep does it. They never talk about it. We do it.
Yeah.
Everybody is hitting bricks. You're scared. What are you afraid of?
I remember, was it last season? It's for last year, even most of last year, aside from the fact that Rodri was suspended. Rodri plays every Man City games.
Yeah.
So I don't understand this nonsense. Oh, rest Saka. No, if he's fit enough to play, we are going to play him. He's part of our marquee players on the pitch.
I don't see why even this guy, Birmingham or Jude Bellingham also.
Yeah.
Jude Bellingham, which rest has he gotten? Even when he was not doing anything, he was still there.
Exactly.
You want us to be the best, and you want us to rest all our players every single time. You remember Arteta said it against Luton. You remember you said it when Arteta said, if people were calling for rotation, if they didn't win that game against Luton, because of they would have said, why did he change his squad?
Why do you rotate? They say why do you rotate heavily? You see, you people want to play loose and fast. You think you're smart. You don't play loose and fast because you can play loose and fast on your poor subscribers that don't have sense that you gather together. It's crazy.
Exactly.
You can win on both ways. And we're not advocating for Arsenal to win trophies. We are saying we understand the challenges ahead, and trophies will surely start raining in very, very soon. I'm very if you look at my stream from the tail end of last season, I've been shouting, I am confident on the trajectory of this team. I am overly confident and optimistic rather that trophies will follow. See, there is no way you can look at what we are building and tell me the end result is not trophies. You cannot convince me of something negative
You
about that.
understand?
It's not going to happen. We are going to win trophies and win well.
People want instant gratification. They
Yeah.
just want to win for one season and
And
brag
brag.
for this team, then don't win anything for 3 seasons. You
Yeah,
can understand the mind of a small-minded human being.
definitely.
So I do not see why some of these people should be taken serious. You're small-minded. You've never built a huge corporation. You don't know
Nothing.
what it means to be.
Nothing.
So you want to come and tell people how to run it. No.
Just lucky today. Shout out to you for coming in, guys. Make sure you like the video and make sure you subscribe. Yes, subscribe so you can always get notifications. I can get in once we are live. Shout out to you, share some fast. Lucky day. We are lucky to have you here with us as we have the conversation regarding what is going on today. So, like, now let's talk about the transfer.
Feel free to
exactly, no problem. So let's talk about the transfer strategy. For me, is this smart or sluggish? Because Arsenal fans are overly hysterical. That would be the right word. Overly apprehensive. Oh, why have we not signed players? Man, you are signing players. Chelsea are signing players. How do you see it, Mr. Fosa? And good morning to Sheson. And
I can take Man U. It's not Chelsea that we're telling me about.
You're being generous. You are being generous. I do not rate both teams. We're not on the same. We're not in the same stratosphere. We're not in the same league. You think Zegzi and what's his name? Euro. What's his name? See, Euro is not better than KVO. I'm not being cynical here.
But it's fact now.
That's why
he's not better than anybody that plays our back.
Yeah, as you're concerned about
he's
Euro,
not better than anybody that plays our back.
If you're an Arsenal fan and you're concerned about Euro and Zegzi that Man you added, get your head checked. Get your head checked.
Of course.
Yeah. Like, are you serious? Nah. This is pathetic. I can't believe it. Nah. So for me, I ask you the question: do you think Arsenal are being smart or Arsenal are being sluggish? Before I put in my own input.
Of course. See, bro, smart. I don't see, everybody was like, last season we started. I understood when people were saying, like when I was listening to, I told you yesterday I stumbled upon this damn pod this thing. And that done, even if sometimes it can be, very disingenuous, sometimes intentionally. But he was saying he understood last season, yes, Arsenal moved quickly. You understand, to wrap everything up before going for tour. He said, but this season it seems different. So that's why it's a little apprehensive. But it could still be money. And another Chelsea fan said something. He said, it's easy for everybody to say, oh, go and sign. He said, we were off. We lost the league by 2 points. Very close, and we saw how well we performed. He said, any signing we try to bring in should be a calculated one. It's not one that we just rush and just to appease everybody. We're not going to say, oh, let us go and sign. He says it's tougher to top your team when you are this when you are
almost get to the apex,
to go to another peak.
Yeah.
He said it's tougher. It's not as if we are Manchester United or in Manchester United's position where we were 2 seasons ago, where we had to buy Jesus, we had to buy, and we brought Saliba back.
Zinchenko.
Who did we also
and
buy?
the rest? Zinchenko
and all those guys. So I think Fabio Vieira also. So we are not in those positions anymore. We have moved up now. Last season when we added, we are not in the position of last season. Last season now, if we are coming into this season, we are coming into this season as genuine title contenders. You understand? So if we are coming into this season as genuine title contenders, we need to bring in players that add so much to us. Like this Calafiori deal now, opportunistic, and like you said yesterday, stand your ground.
Sure.
They were saying they should have 3 million.
No, I didn't.
What
no,
happened?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Anything is 50 million euros. You will not come and tell us because you and Basil had
Basil had
agreement.
an
You
agreement,
knew when you give 50%, then you now want to come and backtrack because you want more money. No.
Sure.
So that is the thing now. Does Calafiori add to us? He adds a very, very good, and he can improve under us.
Sure.
So it's a wonderful signing that we've seen to an extent on different stages and very big, important stages. So I don't see why I wouldn't rush transfers. You understand? Man City last season signed Mateus Nunes towards the end of the transfer window. Man City signed Doku towards the end of
at
the
the end of
transfer
the transfer window. Yeah.
So, yeah. So
Guardiola
if you're
took a
telling me
while.
now that
Guardiola's deal took a while, almost like as protracted as this
Guardiola took longer than this Calafiori deal.
Exactly. And nobody was screaming and shouting and hollering like a dog with rabies about, oh, let's get it done. Let's get go see. He's so uneducative and so ignorant that some of these fans are shouting. Get it done for what? Is it your money? Don't tell me about your derisory, your peanut of a season ticket that you think you are paying to the club that makes you a bona fide member of the club. Go suck something hard. Like, let's stop it. Fans should know their place. Know your place. We're not saying we should not be respected. Know your place.
Just add 3 million euros. Is it 3
For
million
what?
naira they are dropping there?
Apart from that, why should add it? You can see how they are fleecing Man U. Man U need to pay 15 million euros for commission for Zexi. Like, you think that is normal? You think that is normal? Lee had to flee
beyond the release clause.
Exactly. Lee had to flee the Man U again for Euro again. So we are not going to do that. We want players who want to come to us, who have given us their word, and we will negotiate the best deal. I'm not saying Arsenal should be cheap. No, we will negotiate the best deal. And we want players who are quality, like you said, that can add something. Exactly. Add something to us. We all diagnosed last season that left side of the defense is kind of a little bit flaky. Zinchenko can be clumsy. Kivior in the champion against Bayern was very clumsy. Against Man City away, Kivior was shaky. So if you bring someone like Calafiori, who is a good defender one-on-one, progressive passer, he plays on Italian. It's one of the Italian players I've seen in a long while that plays on Italian. I mean, he can defend, he's progressive with the ball, he's skillful, he can drive, he's a ball carrier. He gives us a fantastic option and solidity in that left back of the position that we've been a little bit flaky. So that's a smart, astute signing. Impending, hopefully gets done. It looks like it's going to get done. So we have to, like you said, when you are at a certain zenith, you don't just go for all and everything. You are selected. Like when you're rich, when you're influential, everybody can be your friend. You pick carefully your associates and friends. You think this should be,
of course,
it should be simple to the average person. People are just dumb. You are getting gaslit. You are getting manipulated by content creators for views and likes, telling you, "Oh, that's not sluggish. That's not making moves. Look at Man U, guys. If you are an Arsenal fan with a brain, Man U are not on our level. No, none of you will appreciate if we sign Zexi as our top striker. None of you appreciate Euro coming in for our defense. Now, will it turn out to be a marquee signing or a great player later in the future? There's a potential for it, but right now he is not. So let's simmer down, apply wisdom, stop getting gaslit by content creators.
Exactly, and it's unfortunate that they just want, they need this signing, we need 4 of these signings.
Yeah, what 4 signings? I
don't want that.
What 4 signings? Realistically,
to do what?
Let me ask you a question. Realistically, how many signings do we need to improve the starting 11? Realistically, based on what we have in the market and what we can afford and what is attainable.
How many people would improve our team?
Yeah, how many? Let's say you are giving. How do you? Let's say you want to improve our starting team right now. How many people can you use? Can you improve in the starting 11? Give me numbers. Is it 2 players you need to improve the starting 11, or is it 1 player, or 4 players? How many players do you think we need to improve the starting 11?
Bro, improving is improve our starting 11 with who?
That's what
If
I'm
it's
looking
not
at.
anybody that is higher than our defense is the best. See, I don't think any defense in the top 5 leagues is as good as our own, which is a fact. Statistically, eye test wise, it is
Yeah,
a given.
it's there. Yeah,
Midfield, we said okay, left 8. We've been chasing Martin Zubimendi since. That was the perfect candidate. But as you said, on the market, he has made himself unavailable.
Boo.
So who else will come in and do a spectacular job? The only other option that we spoke about, like we said, we don't even know if he's available, if he will sign a contract. So who else is there? The only one that we look that is cost effective, that is a wise signing, will come in is Mikel Merino.
Exactly.
You understand? Okay. Then people are telling me we should go and shell out 50 million for Nico Williams. That is better than Martinelli.
That's another joke. That's another joke. See,
Martinelli had, look how funny fans are.
Yeah.
Martinelli had only one bad season last year. And they
they've
are
written him off.
saying
They've
all
written him off.
this,
Yeah.
that he's not good enough. Somebody that they were raving about when he came the first time.
Say the same fans, right?
That is why
If Arsenal made Martinelli available for sale, the same Arsenal fans will change their tone. I say, how can you do that? But you are saying Nico Williams, most of the Arsenal fans are raving about Nico Williams, barely watch the Spanish La Liga. They barely watch him week to week. You go and watch a few highlights and you make a decision on a few highlights, or you watch the Euros. Like, are you insane? Do you have a brain? Bro, I'm not saying Nico Williams is not a good player, but he is not better than Martinelli. Objectively, he is not. Will they give Martinelli competition? Yeah, but he's not better than Martinelli. Let's not because we see Martinelli every week, week in, week out, we're not going to disrespect him because he had, quote unquote, a bad season last season, which every player can have. Every player can have a bad season.
They will say, oh, Martinelli cannot. How many times have we seen Odegaard and Saka always combining? Who is Martinelli combining with? The only person he could have combined with, which could have been Fabio Vieira, it's not always available. When you see, it's typical knowledge to know that they always, what do they call it? Mark 2 against 1 on Martinelli. You need somebody that can support you in those particular moments. We didn't have Timber there. Say, oh, Timber was available. I don't know if you understand. We didn't have Fabio Vieira to say he was available, or Smith Rowe, or someone to also say they were available. So in those particular moments, and when Martinelli was also tearing it up, he had the injury against Everton.
Look at your friend. Winston says that I like Nico's aura. So we're now to buy players based on aura.
That is why they will fleece us every time. Say, no. Don't you? You know when you go to all those markets and somebody says, "Don't you like this thing?" Aura.
Wait. Is Wisdom trolling, or you actually mean this comment? We should buy players based on aura. No, I'm asking him. Wisdom. Do you mean? Are you trolling, or you are being serious?
Aura.
Man. So you buy players based on aura. Oh Lord. Say the aura you're talking about, I have not seen it visibly, because I think another synonym for aura should be charisma, right? Am I mistaken, Mr. Ikosa? So I don't say anything charismatic or the aura guys are claiming about Nico Williams. Like, come on, man.
After one season, they go tire.
Hey, what do you know about Pedro Neto? We'll talk about that. Let me allow Mr. Ifosa finish. We'll talk about Pedro Neto later. So finish, sorry.
Yeah, so I was saying, so even when Martinelli started doing well, unfortunately, when he was now getting the run of games and form, what happened to Martinelli? Martinelli had to go and tear his foot. He had an injury under his foot. And every time we're expecting, oh, this guy will come back, he just kept plugging away. We see Martinelli destroy. How many times? The same people that say Martinelli is not good enough last season destroyed Walker. But Nico Williams against Walker in Euros, we saw it.
Yeah.
We saw it. Saka, they say Yamal is better than Saka. Yamal could not outrun a Duke Shaw. That was his only 90 minutes he had played. So you see the nonsense that these people back out. So I don't look at. I'm not saying he's not a good player. I like the guy, but I'm not
Yeah,
paying you 300,000. You ain't that special. I'm not
he's
paying
not
you three
special.
hundred thousand.
Nah, nah.
You understand? You're
Why
not
don't go to
special.
dumb ourselves down? I've seen special players, right? And I watch Nico Williams more intentional than most fans. He's not that guy. He's not that special. And I think what a lot of fans don't understand that because you watch Martinelli every weekend, it's easy to begin to disrespect him. Unlike Nico Williams, you watch once in a while. So nah, hell no. I shouldn't like a player again. I like the boy personally. He's more confident and composed. Now, you see, when I say shouldn't like a player again, why do you like to overly get personal about? Now, you like it personally, that is fine. But objectively, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
he's not better than Martinelli in any way. There's nothing to prove that he's better than Martinelli. The stat that came out yesterday, we saw that Martinelli is still a better player than him. And with eye
Bro,
test,
let me
he's
tell
still
you
a better player
what
than Nico Williams. So sorry.
let me tell you what will happen. If Martinelli should just master cutting finesse, let him be
Yeah.
scoring like a mad person, the news will change.
No,
You people should understand.
I don't think so. Do you know what?
It's just goal and assist that they find.
You have to understand the modern fan, and I've seen something concept with the modern fan, right? The modern fan is triggered by goals and assists only, not watching the totality of the player, what they are doing on the ball and off the ball, and what they are creating, right? Just like that's how Judah was able to gather momentum based on him playing basic games. People are shouting, "Is the next Zidane," which is crazy. And if you score a few goals and assists, and you fire up your PR, and they're on Twitter, they're showing your highlights, suddenly you're a world beater. That doesn't fly.
Bro,
He says he's more
the
confident and
highlight
composed.
does not work.
Yeah, how is he more confident and composed?
So
Do you
Martinelli is
actually,
not confident.
yeah, no. How many games?
How many years was Martinelli tearing a Walker up 2 seasons ago? You remember that game against Man City that we lost 2-1?
Yeah.
You still remember last season when Martinelli came back from an injury and Martinelli still tore Walker up. So
Walker up.
Martinelli is not confident.
I'm telling you, I'm very
Sometimes.
sure wisdom doesn't watch La Liga every time. So it's easy to come here and try and gas an average player.
See, I always used to say it. When they will
Yeah,
come
that I
and
just
say
said.
players better than Sakandi, right?
Yeah,
They will
and I'm
tell
not
us,
buying that. I've seen,
Rodrigo.
yeah. Shout out
Rodrigo
to
just
Jeffrey Ige. Say hello. I just watched Tom Carlton show. They're gonna talk. He had a phone-in show. They talk about why so many of our prominent academic players leaving the club. Now, I'm sorry, I'm not buying what's prominent. Let's talk about hyping. Let's talk about embellishing players. How are academic players prominent? What have they achieved that they are prominent? See, with all due respect, people and their shows, right? I'm not stupid. A player that has not achieved anything at 16, demanding for outrageous wages, can let them go to Man U. Let them go. See, all our young academic players will not make it. Let's stop that. All of them don't make it under Arsene Wenger. They will not make it under Arteta. If you are good enough, you share and fight for a share. You are not going to play players based on sentiment or we don't want them to go. If you are not good enough, go. See, I've seen Quincy Owusu. I've seen a lot of players leave Arsenal Academy. A lot of you were shouting last season. Exactly. A lot of you were shouting, let's not sell Balogun. Oh, if you sold it, we'll regret. What has he done at Monaco? What has Willock done at Newcastle? Exactly. They're shouting, don't sell. Man, guys, wake up and smell the coffee. Every player will not make it.
No, bro. We are the OGs of football and Arsenal, right? That Chido Obi, is he close to Arturo Lupoli?
No, he's not even close. When they're overhyping him, right? I'll tell you something. When they overhype, sorry to cut you short. When they're overhyping Chido, when you send that video on Twitter, that I went. What did I tell you? This guy is just a physical specimen. Bullying his age mate because he's taller than them. There is nothing special about him. He doesn't have the finesse, the skill set, the swagger of a proper footballer. He's just a physical specimen, bigger than his rest of 16 years old, and he's bullying them. When it comes to man soccer, the real men's soccer, he will not make it. He is not that guy. And he wants to go to Man U because his agents are probing for some money. Let him go. Like, I don't understand. Let him go.
Bro, do you still remember Now, to all those people who say, and what do they call it? You see this guy, your preference does not mean it's right. You understand?
Exactly.
This one is
It
not
doesn't
about preference.
make sense. It's about
So
objectivity. We're talking
your
about objective
preference
stuff.
is sentiment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me tell the viewers a short story about Arturo Lupoli. See, Arturo Lupoli was maybe 2004, 5, 6 ish. Arsenal were going to scout Vito Manone, that our goalkeeper,
At
that
that time.
particular time.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was playing for an Italian club. So they went to go and scout him as a youth player. So every time they went to scout him, in the game that they went to scout him, they saw that he conceded how many goals, and that one player scored 4 goals. Right? That was how Arsenal started looking at Arturo Lupoli. Arturo Lupoli was I think it boils down to that thing you always say, Italians don't leave Italy. That was Arturo Lupoli's problem. Arturo Lupoli was a guy that was scoring hat-trick upon hat-trick. That is game in, game out.
Game out.
You understand? He came to England with system, was doing the same thing. But after playing a Carling Cup game where he had an amazing game, I think he even won that game alone, won him Young Player of the Tournament. He now started missing home. That was how his career ended. I know people are obsessed with this Chido Obi and all that, but he is not better than Lupoli. You understand? That is not to say, oh, the guy is doing his beats, yes. But the guy is not a Ballon d'Or winner.
He won't
You
be.
understand? A Ballon d'Or winner, rather. He's not a Ballon d'Or winner, a Ballon d'Or prospect. You understand me?
Yeah.
There is another kid in Brazil, in Argentina, what do they call it? In Scandinavia, waiting to be discovered, even France. So when we are talking about these things, oh, he's tearing it up, he's scoring against, yes, he's doing that now. But what do you want us to do? You're a youth player. I cannot do beyond for a youth player. Don't come and tell me it's because you don't see, what do they call it, roadmap to the first team. If you're good enough, you play the first team.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me push back. At 16, Fabregas was good enough. This guy is 16. If he was good enough, Arteta was playing. So I'm not buying this nonsense. Right? I'm not buying this nonsense. We can criticize Arteta and Edu, right? But these guys watch these players week in, week out, day in, day out, minute by minute, hour by hours, right? You cannot tell me if Chido Obi was good enough, he won't get game time. He's not as good as Nwaneri. He's not good as Nwaneri. Now, he's scoring a few goals, right? Against 16 years old. What happens to the senses of these players, of this fan base? He's scoring goals against 16 years old. Like, all academy players cannot make
somebody that is 6'4", 6, maybe he's 6'2", 6'3", against a boy that 5'7", 5'.
Yeah, he's bullying them. I watched his goals that time you sent it to me, and none of them were spectacular. It was just bullying players and scoring. I'm like, nah, you can go. Now, if he goes there and succeeds at Man U, fair game, but there is no way I'm losing sleep over a 16-year-old youth player who is not spectacular. I'm not losing sleep.
Bro, we can't see all these youth players they talk about, right? Say, oh, the youth player. Okay, most of these youth players left. Why didn't Bayern snap one up?
Exactly, they're that good.
You understand? You understand? Real Waters, why didn't Dortmund snap him up? Why didn't Chelsea snap him up? Chelsea, that loves signing youngsters, came for Nwaneri last year. They did not come for Real Waters. They did not come for Kozia Drewberry. They did not come for, what do they call it?
Chido.
Who was the other one that left? They did not come for Chido. They did not come for Tino Souza. So I am not giving a flying down. You will not come and tell me I should win league titles. Then I should not be playing children. These children, no matter the time you want.
You just said something very instructive, right? Last season before we signed Nwaneri, Chelsea and Man City were keen on Nwaneri, right? How come Chelsea and Man City are not keen on this Chido? Because sometimes common sense is not common. Man City, I love brilliant young players. How come they didn't come for Chido? Please, come on. Sometimes let's have some common sense and context to it.
No, the people, imagine Arsenal fans. Are you telling me right now, Ray Waters is 18 or 19, that he's a better player than Jared Hato?
Exactly.
People should use their brains. Not being overly attached to players that they might not make it.
Yeah.
Stop being attached. With the ones that can make it, like this 14-year-old Max Dowman that plays like Odegaard, those are the special players. Imagine
Exactly.
Arteta has already put him to be training with the first team.
Because
Then you now want to come and tell me
he's a special player, not just a regular schmeggly guy that scored a few goals. So let's fast track him because he scored a few goals. Man, wake up and use your brain and some context. So again, said I have a question for our fan base. How do we expect a club as a club and a team to be at the highest level, being competitive with Man City, and then expect to play youngsters? I understand your question. Please ask them a question, because you can't be saying we need to start winning trophies, but let's start giving playing time to Chido because we won't keep him. He can F off.
Bro, you know why they are talking like that? See, if Arteta wins a trophy today, if he wins the league and Champions League, nobody will remember that Chido went. Nobody will remember that, all these things. You see, sometimes people just want a place to vent. Oh, he has not won. When have you seen which other team has competed with Manchester City like this? The only team that you people always used to harp about was Liverpool.
Yeah.
We have done it. Arteta, within a season of getting all the players in his first team, all he wants in his first team, what happened? He tore everything up. So this idea that people are saying, oh, if Saka was here, and if he was here, Saka would not have played this team. No, Saka was playing left back. Arteta moved him to right wing and insisted on him staying there. He did not move him up and down. It's England that moved him.
I will not fall for the disingenuous narrative if we push. If you are good enough, no manager on earth will not play you because they want to win. See, people talk as if some of us cannot analyze your hatred or your. See, I think sometimes, right, the projection on the team is coming from personal disappointment. The economy is hard. There's inflation. You are frustrated. You are losing your job. You lost your girlfriend. You're hungry. So Arsenal is now where you want to dump whatever you're going through. I get it.
No, of course. They'll see that man you sign one player.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
So you can't tell me this is
solely. Imagine how many people were saying they should sack Edu. Edu doesn't know his work. He cannot add common 3 million euros.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? So, and guess what? It's unfortunate on that side, right? They have content creators who have turned this thing to purely hustle. So they will come and they really trigger you. They will put funny titles, funny gaslighting titles. I remember 2 weeks ago when the football terrorists were saying Califri was imminent, and people believe that. Are you mad? They've never accepted the money, and you're imminent.
No, you know the one that made me laugh was people were telling us that the deal is not going to go through. That we are wasting time. If you have sense, the deal is not going to go through. Timber that we signed last year, they rejected the bid for him.
Exactly.
You understand? They rejected bid. Since this deal came around that there was money issue, Bologna never rejected once. The deal will not go through.
Oh Lord, people are daft. I swear to God. I'm not saying all Arsenal fans are daft, but there's a minority of Arsenal fans that are daft that are actually loud about it. Like I say, Bologna have not rejected any bid. They're just haggling over the bonuses. They're haggling over the structure, and they're saying it will not go through. A player has rejected, as let us say, I don't go to Chelsea. It's only Arsenal or nothing. But somehow he will not come because they're haggling over. Man, just shut up. Ben White took this long. Ramsdale took this long.
Guardiola was longer than this.
Yeah.
And funny enough, there was something you said last season. You said deals can be completed and they will not say anything.
Yeah, for a while. Yeah.
For a while. Because I remember when Fabrizio said Man City and these guys had agreed a deal. Leipzig came out and said it's a lie.
It's a lie.
1 week later, they said they
agreed.
Well, the hanky panky is for what?
Yeah.
You understand? It's for what?
And it's even possible that the selling club will tell the buying club, don't announce anything yet to get a replacement. There are different complexities. Yeah, different complexities, different things happen behind the scenes. Now we want this completed as quick as possible, but sometimes things have to go this route, and there's nothing you and I can do about it. Grow up. So I don't think the Arsenal transfer strategy is sluggish. I think it's a smart way. Like I said, we do not the market is not flush with quality players for you to just go in and get and improve your team. So you have to be a little bit creative. Like if you get the Moreno deal, that's a creative deal. Since you can't get a market signing, you can get somebody that can do a fantastic job in collaboration with other players. Sometimes some players might not be outstanding in a certain club, but you go to a certain club that have other players, they can become outstanding. So we just have to be smart as Arsenal fans and be patient. We do not need 4 or 5 signings. We just need quality 2 to 3 signings, and we are good to go again. They're good to go again. The trajectory of the team is fantastic. We have a bunch of young players who are progressively improving, solid in their positions. See, a lot of clubs will want to have our players. So do not be.
That is what people
a
don't
lot
understand.
of clubs would like to have our players. So let's think.
Our players are improving. They are getting to their peak. So you're not going to tell me we should add more and do what? Add more and do what? You want us to, why did we keep all these players if we're not using them? So we should just allow them to go for 5 million. If Arteta didn't give Smith Rowe contract, who is signing him for 40?
Exactly.
Nelson, they'll be able to negotiate a 30 million pound deal.
Yeah.
Nketiah, 35. So if he didn't give this guy, even Ramsdale, 40, if he didn't give them contract, how would we be able to sell them? People want to always just think you don't enter, or I don't enter. Bah, nah. Sustainability is what we are looking for.
Exactly. So maybe prominent was a bad wording on my part. But high players are better than a better way of putting it. No, I understand what you mean. But what I'm saying that there is this menace in the Arsenal fan base where we overhype even youth players who have not done anything substantial. They've not done anything. Jubril went to Brighton. Good luck to him there. That's his level. There is Man City didn't go and sign Jubril. Like, see, let's apply common sense. If Jubril was that good, how come Man City and Chelsea didn't go and sign him? How's he going to Brighton?
You understand? Mary was the one that they were dying over.
Exactly.
That is what some Arsenal fans said. The Chido, if he likes, he should go. He said, but if it was Waneri that left, that is when they would have been angry.
Exactly. Now, you know, there's something I said last season, right? To know that Waneri is the one, right? Players, when he came in for a few minutes, I don't remember the game right now. Players felt comfortable passing the ball to Waneri because they trust him. They've trained with him. They know his quality. See, that's why I always debunk the stupid argument of Højlund when Magobri make that lame argument, they don't pass to him. See, we've all played football at basic level, right? When you're playing 5 aside, 3 aside, who do we pass the player to? The player that we trust that can make things happen. By subconsciously, right? You pass to that player. So if players are comfortably giving Waneri the ball, because they know what he can do on the ball, they trust him.
Bro, you remember even Arteta said the players were the one calling his name that he should call. He should
put him on.
He said okay.
So I don't get it. Chido, all the best in my Man U, go and make your money. Man U seem to be that club that like to dish out money. No problem. Do your thing. You're Nigerian. So I understand certain things that happen behind the scenes. Do your thing. But fans, use your effing brain. Like, he's not a marquee player. He's a 16-year-old dunking on fellow 16-year-olds. When it comes to men's game, he's not of that ilk. He's not of that quality. He's not that quality. Let's not overhype average player. So
Zlatan, as physical as he was, he had it.
He had it.
So
he had it. So we just saw the tweet from Fabrizio that the Calafiori deal is getting closer. For me, that's a significant improvement on that left side of our defense. If we can bring that guy in, wow, it takes us to the next level. Because when I was watching Kivio last season, there are a few games that it was giving me headaches, a bit of migraine. When I see Kivio struggle on that left side, as Zinchenko, you don't know what you get from Zinchenko in certain games. Is kind of can be clumsy in one game, next game is doing well. So now we can get a proper player that most of us not be concerned offensively and defensively about his attributes. We are not concerned. So hopefully we can wrap it up before the US tour. So
Bro,
as round of the show.
You remember what you said? Somebody posted, he said, it's funny how his holiday has ended and Arsenal are about to reach an agreement.
What did I tell you? I said his holiday has not ended. Why are we in a rush? See, common sense is not common. Remember when some of the guys came to my channel were insulting me about Ivan Toney, I said I was 200% sure we won't sign Ivan Toney. Not because aside from the fact I don't read the player, look at the mathematics of it. Yeah. If we loaned Raya from Brentford, we couldn't pay. How do we go back to Brentford and go and sign Ivan Toney? I don't need David Ornstein or Fabrizio to tell me. It's common sense. But unfortunately, common sense is not common anymore. It's not common anymore.
Yes, they are still saying we should sign Ivan Toney, that his money has reduced. So before you know, they go offer and give us for 20 million.
I will not take Ivan Toney for free. He is not of the level. I won't take him for free. That's just me. Some of you might hate that point. I will not take him for free. Like I said, I will not take him. I didn't say Arsenal should not take it. I know Arsenal will not take him for free.
Let me say it. Kai Havertz improves his finishing, right?
Yeah.
He's a better striker than Ivan Toney. People 100%. Should learn to live with. So there's nothing Ivan Toney wants to do that Kai Havertz cannot do.
I'll do better. I'll do better. Yeah.
Yes. The way we effortlessly play, I don't see, what are they calling it? Any of these guys, all these Ivan Toney that they are talking about. If you're not, I don't know who is available. You understand? I don't know who is available. That it's not Osimhen that is going to PSG.
The only player I consider, only one player. If Isaac was available, I'll say Arsenal do everything to get him. But Isaac, Newcastle are going to part with Isaac. So deal with it. There's nothing you can do. There's no other striker that we trust to do the job. Sorry, we're not going to just waste money on somebody that, or maybe, and let the same fans will start criticizing him and start asking us to go and sign another striker. So, absolute nonsense. So, let's do our last word as round of this stream. Hopefully, we'll be here tomorrow to do on that stream. I'll try to make it more of a daily thing, provided there's news. But if there's no news, you don't expect me to come here and waffle nothing to you guys. So, say your last words.
Yeah, so what are we going to say? Calafiori is in the bag. Sorry, bro.
No problem.
And more transfers are on the way. People should be patient. You understand? As you said, people should use their brains. They shouldn't just allow their brains just congeal for no reason. So
look at wisdom now. He said from the beginning, I remember you say you don't believe. What did I say? I said I don't believe it's imminent. I said there's interest. It's not.
Yes.
Why do people like to control?
See what? Let me even say what you said. When they said the Calafiori deal, you said there could be interest, but the reason you don't even believe that is imminent, the way people are saying is imminent, is because we have not sold players. We cannot stockpile. We have to sell before, because how will you have Kivio, have Tavares, have Tierney, have Zinchenko? Players have to go.
What happened now? What has happened? We sold Lokonga, we sold Tavares. We're about to sell
Tavares.
We're about
a week after you, a few days after you said so.
See, I'm not storing Mr. Wisdom. You're trying to do I got you moment. Mr. Wisdom, you have to do better than do I got you moment. I'm not a dumb bimbo. Like really, I remember I said, I'm not saying there's no interest, but there's nothing imminent about this deal. And I will have to sell. And what have we done? Have we not sold first? Like, what are we doing here? Let's not do this.
Yeah, on the verge of selling more.
Yeah, I have a question. I question a player's motivation. If he wants to leave Arsenal for my stage, they just signed You know, it's money. But you have to question it. It's money. It's like you have to understand how things go these days. It's the money. So it is what it is. Mr. Wizard is accusing me of not talking about Pedro Neto. So let's rush Pedro Neto. We have less than 2 minutes to rush it. So for me, for Pedro Neto, right? I like the player. I love Pedro Neto. But guess what? Availability is your greatest asset. Will Pedro Neto be available? Say there's nobody that doesn't like Pedro Neto. But will it be available? What do you think, Mr. Ifosa?
Bro, you remember what I told you? I said I don't want to see Dani Olmo.
Yeah.
My eyes in the house. I don't want to see Eze because they are not better than Smith Rowe. Both players are not better than Smith Rowe. You are injury prone. So why am I coming to come and put you in the team? You're useless to me. I don't want a situation where when we are doing well, and when you're on a run of form, all of a sudden you disappear. We've seen that with Partey over the years.
Yeah.
When we're supposed to play Manchester City.
Exactly. And we complained. Now, I don't know. Yeah. Say, let me tell you guys. Some of you might not agree with me.
Yeah.
It's always available. Rice is always available. He might not be the best player. But, see, as much as I love Saka, trust me, this is my personal opinion. I'll play Pedro Neto in certain games ahead of Saka. But guess what? Saka is consistent and always available. Pedro Neto will not. You cannot bank and plan your season with Pedro Neto. Mr. Wisdom, I'm sure you know that. You cannot plan your season with Pedro Neto, but you can plan your season around Saka, Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes. You cannot plan your season against Pedro Neto. So no matter how good he is, Ben White. So I'm sorry. I don't want Arsenal to go and waste their money on this guy. We've seen it constantly, always having that hamstring injury, ligament injury, ACL, too many injuries for the last 2-3 years. So, I won't take it. But if Arsenal and Arteta have done another medical researches and spoken to him or sent their doctor to examine him and they want to take a risk on him, who am I? Who am I to say no, they should not try? But personally, I'll not go for it because I've seen it too consistently. Too much.
Yeah, hamstring disappear.
Yeah, I think the medical staff in Arsenal can manage it. Come on, man, stop it. It's like saying you are seeing someone is 3 or 4. You can see she's a harlot, but you are saying you can change her to a good girl. Let's not do that. Like, no.
Guy with the beat his babe. He beat the former one. He beat the one before the penalty. I can change him.
You can change him. Then you build wipe you for hair. We don't promote any form of violence, but they go build wipe you. Come on, let's not do that. Like, Arsenal medical teams are not angels or magicians. They're human beings too. Nah. So I try to say that Wolves medical team are a bunch of charlatans. Come on, let's not do that. Nah.
So the other players that don't get injured, does that mean that Wolves they don't do well on it? Or?
See, it allows emotionally to override his logic. That's maybe Arsenal medical team would nah. We love him. We love Pedro Neto when he's fit, but the problem is that he's never fit. Never fit. So you cannot complain about Smith Rowe and yet want Pedro Neto. You can see Arsenal fans. So you complain he's getting injured. And let's go and buy Pedro Neto. So no. I say no. We have to just be balanced. We have to be very balanced. So guys, shout out to all of you for joining us in this stream. Even though some of you have said something controversial, shout out to Ige, shout out to Mr. Wisdom, who is always controversial sometimes. Shout out to Sesson Fassi. We actually appreciate you guys for joining us on this live stream. So I might be here tomorrow, provided there's news to report. Hopefully, you are saying that the Call of Duty deal is getting closer and closer. Now we cannot talk about being it imminent, right? Not 3 weeks ago, we knew that it was just people trying to gaslight it. Now it's not getting very closer and closer, and hopefully we can get it done before the
remember that guy that somebody called the deal, an Italian journalist. I sent it to you.
Yeah, you sent it to me. Yeah,
that Nicolo Shira called 2 weeks ago that the deal had been agreed. So Arsenal fans that were complaining, the deal had been agreed, and as you said, he was on holiday.
They don't need to rush anything. Like, that's it. He's on holiday. Why are you rushing back when you know we'll just come back and you'll sign and everything will move on? So shout out to you for granting us your time, Saifosa. So I really appreciate your time. And shout out to everybody that has actually participated in this live stream. Ige, Wisdom. Shout out to all of you. We really appreciate your time, even though you disagree with us sometimes. It's fair. We're here to sharpen each other. Iron sharpen iron. You don't have to agree with us every time. You can always talk about things objectively, which is a fair thing to do. Men can always disagree and settle things amicably. That's how I believe in humanity. So, guys, if you're watching the playback, be kind enough to strike the like button. Very, very important for this channel. Strike the like button, subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notification bell for those at the back. One more time, like the video, subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. So we just discussed Arsenal transfer strategy. Is Arsenal being smart or sluggish? Let us know what you think in the comment section. And we'll see you guys on the next one. I'll say bye for now.